Team ban.
Welcome back, everybody. I've returned from Singapore and we're live here with some Dota 2 action. We're actually joining a Dotatalk league. This is a match between Zenith as well as Neolution eSports Thailand, and we're here in a group stage match, guys. We've got 4 groups of 4 teams. I say that one of these groups actually is 5 teams, but I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit, streaming on the Beyond the Summit 2 channel, and I'll be covering all the Zenith matches from the group stage. We're starting with Zenith versus Neolution Thailand. Then we've got Zenith up against someone else who I can't recall. Someone please remind me in the chat. And then finally our third match of the day is going to be Zenith up against Mineski. Those are our 3 matches of today. Over on the Beyond the Summit 1 channel, you can follow LD. He's covering the Orange Esports match as Orange Esports take on teams such as First Departure, the Chain Stack, as well as I think it's Invasion. Is it Invasion? Someone else in that group. As we're going to be following Zenith, though, here on the Beyond the Summit 2 channel. This is where I streamed all the Armageddon Dota 2 LAN Finals matches, and we're going to be doing some more here, just to make sure that all you guys who want to check out as many matches as possible, you want to follow your favorite team, hey, you can do so. I think LD's actually got himself co-casting with Merlini over on the Beyond the Summit 1 channel. So there's matches with Orange going on, Zenith, MUFC, Mythtrash. We've even got some Chinese teams in here. We've got 4 Love, we've got Rising Star, we've got Rattlesnake as well. So we've got a really solid list of teams here from the Southeast Asian team, and we're going to get ourselves into this draft, into our first match of today. I do apologize for some of the delays here, guys. I do apologize also, as someone has pointed out, the mic not the best right now. We're looking at getting some new equipment here. As many people know, Beyond the Summit are building our own studio. We actually finished our Kickstarter just 2 or 3 days ago, and far exceeded our goal. So a big thanks to everyone who supported us and supported the Kickstarter there. We'll have our new equipment, have better sound quality, have better production quality. That's all coming in the next coming weeks. But for now, we're going to be covering this game regardless, as we are looking at Zenith. For you guys wondering who is who on this team, Derp is X-Freedom. EEE is Ice, the former Orange. This is the former Orange Esports Ice, the Malaysian Ice. Then we've got NWP, who is Yamata. We've got Ice, who's playing as the Chinese characters. And then finally, oh my gosh, is Zenith's XY. They're sort of, well, I'd say you used to be their 4-position player, but now with Ice joining the team, he's playing more of a solo type role, as Yamata playing the carry and Ice generally playing that offlane role. So we'll see how things progress here with our draft. We see a Batrider, Nyx Assassin being banned out over on the Dire side by Neolution eSports, and the Radiant team, they ban out the Keeper as well as the Lifestealer. 2 heroes, especially that Lifestealer. I know a lot of people I was actually just talking to people in the house here, Kevin, Purge, as well as LD, and I'm like, I'm sick of seeing Lifestealer. It gets picked almost every single game, and we are going to see it being banned out here. Oh my gosh. Already I'm being flamed for my pronunciation of Yamate. I don't really know. I can't do it. Australians just, it's not in our vocabulary to pronounce things like that. Oh, every time I cast, well, it used to be Orange. Now it's going to be Zenith. Every time I cast them, I get people upset. We're going to call him Yamati. I don't really know. Yamatate, Yamatoto, Yamati. Sounds like a manatee. Just say Tay like you say Trey. Yamate. Okay, I can do that. I can do Yamate. I've got it. Surely, guys, I've got it. Yes. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We're getting things underway here on a good note, on a high note. Why do I sound calmer when I'm casting online? I think it's because I'm actually, well, somewhat resting. I've had a long 4 days of LAN casting in Singapore, so now that I'm back home, I'm going to be taking a more relaxed approach, I suppose, at least for a small bit. But we're seeing a Rubik Lone Druid picked up by the Thai team. Neolution eSports they run Lone Druid quite a bit here, something that they are somewhat known for. They did it back in Dota 1, they're doing it here in Dota 2. As we're going to see what they want to come out with here with these last couple of picks. CK Leshrac from Zenith, so they get themselves a early CK pick, something which Yamate was playing a lot of. Oh my gosh, I think I may have gotten it right there. He was playing a lot of that back at Orange, back when they had Mushi playing the mid lane. Mushi would play these sort of these strong farming solo mid heroes like Queen of Pain, Shadow Fiend, and that would put, well, the man himself, why got onto heroes like, well, Chaos Knight, Naga Siren, these slightly less farm dependent carry heroes. Well, not less heroes that can benefit a lot from farm, but their main goal is to tank up. And then you had Mushi sort of sitting behind him doing damage with Queen of Pain, with TA, whatever it may be. But one more pick now coming out from Neolution eSports. We see the making of a strong tri-lane for Zenith with the Chaos Knight Leshrac picks. We see Mag, a potential mid laner or potential off laner. And we'll have to wait and see what these last couple of picks are going to be. We're still in the pool, something which the Singaporean teams did a lot of at the Armageddon Dota 2 LAN tournament. We saw a lot of we saw some CK Wisp by Hirosh especially. It was mostly Hirosh. First Departure actually did do a whole lot of it, but Hirosh were picking Wisp almost every time possible, but not something it looks like we'll be seeing come out of Zenith right here. As, so far it's just a Chaos Knight. I'll probably want to go for another carry or semi-carry just because Chaos Knight alone is not going to be doing enough damage. You've got the lockdown of a Mag ulti. You need some more follow-up damage. Whether it's something with a semi-carry nuke type hero or you want some more that sort of DPS carry to follow up. Something like a Luna, maybe a Shadow Fiend. One of those sort of two heroes you need to sort of combo in there. As we do see the Wisp actually banned out. For Zenith, they're banning out the offlane heroes. Darkseer as well as Enigma both taken out of the pool. There is a lone Druid who can go on that offlane, so Neolution do have that option if they want to take it. But for now, things looking pretty standard coming out of them. As last couple of picks now going to be coming out once we get ourselves through our ban. More support bans coming out. Shadow Demon also cops a ban from the Thai team. Despite, I mean, CK Leshrac, obviously you do need another support in there. But there's just there's heaps of potential supports you can put in there. And quite likely we see a jungler coming out. Zenith do run Chen and Enchantress quite a bit. They can go offensive with that if they really want to. They can look to punish the lone Druid pick. A hero who's not really great defensively early on. He's good defensively in a 1v1 matchup because he just needs to get that fast level 6, pop the ultimate, and then he's got a ton of HP and armor, but otherwise he doesn't handle early ganks very well. As what does NWP stand for? I'm not really sure. Someone seems to know in the chat though. But that is Yamate. As we will see Puck being the last ban coming out. So I guess there's quite a high chance we see an offlaner coming out from Zenith if we do see the Mag go mid. Mag and the offlane just, with the nerf skewer, not really as popular anymore. What we could easily see is an offensive trial and CK Leshrac +1 in an offensive trial, and then they just need a safe lane solo. That's where you can get that secondary carry. Something like a Luna can be played as a solo in a 1v1 matchup. You sort of LGD installer play where you have that offensive trial with a non-hard farmer, but no, it's going to be a bounty hunter. So there's your offlaner, most likely played by Ice, who has been taking that offlane role for some time. So he'll be playing the bounty hunter. This is a hero which he loves to be annoying with, and I think it really suits his playstyle as well. Unfortunately, it means no Meepo. No Meepo coming out. Actually, whoa, what happened? Both these teams are using their proper tags. We've got Zenith as well as Neolution eSports Thailand. Earlier, they were tagged up as Meepo versus Slark. That was a hell of a lot cooler. Unfortunately, they've now gone back to their old standard tags, which makes it easier for you guys tuning in who may not be familiar with these teams. But two more picks now for Neolution Thailand. What are they looking for? We got a Windrunner. So there's your offlane. You've got basically your three cores now. Your Queen of Pain for mid, Lone Druid for the safe lane, and Windrunner for the offlane. You just need one more support. You've got your Rubik. And the question is, you don't really want to run a trial in with the Lone Druid. He doesn't really handle that all too well. And Lycan pick, ooh, it's a CK support? Or we're just looking at a Lycan jungle, so maybe a couple different potential ways to play this, but could just be looking at Lycan jungle, but Lycan in the jungle, he really struggles a bit because of the nerfed wolves. They no longer have the same HP, they take less damage from magic, but as far as physical damage go in the jungle, he kind of is a very slow jungler. So I think Lycan does do better in the lane, but if you're looking at a laning Lycan, then we're probably seeing a support Chaos Knight, or something like a jungle Mag. I mean, you can jungle the Mag, use the mid pulls, cut down some trees with Skewer, and then pull that mid camp. Chen going to be the last pick for Neolution Thailand, so they grab themselves that hero. As now we see our draft coming to an end. And what is it going to be? How are they going to look to play this here? Well, we'll have to wait and see. And so we'll pop ourselves over onto our correct overlay before I forget too much here. Zenith, I mean, they've got, a lot of sort of carry farmers. Will have a better idea of what they're going to be doing once they pick their heroes and head on out. It's actually going to be Yamate playing the Mag. So generally Yamate playing that carry role, but possibly not going to be the case here. It's XY. He's got himself the Chaos Knight. Leshrac in the hands of, that's Ice, the Malaysian Ice. Derp, X Freedom playing the Lycan. And then that leaves Ice on the Bounty Hunter. No surprises there. The big surprise is probably Yamate playing the mag. Over on the Dire team, we've got KYT on the Windrunner, Chen being played by Upper, Noxum playing the Rubik, and we've got Queen of Plane being played by Bungsal Roti, and then Toy. This is a guy who was playing with Awake. Toy was actually in the Singapore LAN tournament, the Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam of Asia. He was playing with Awake, and it looks like he's playing as a stand-in here for Neolution Thailand. That's maybe the player they want to replace here. As apparently they're looking to change player. Not really my call. I'm not an admin here. I'm just a guy who enters these lobbies and talks a bunch of shit. That's what I'm here for. As I see what you guys are thinking. Well, it looks like they're asking whether or not they can actually remake. But guys, yeah, this game is available in client, so for those of you who want to watch in client, feel free to do so. Those of you who want to keep watching on stream, thank you. It helps support Beyond the Summit. For those of you who say, fuck Beyond the Summit, fuck Gods 2013, that guy needs to get a real job, go back to school and actually graduate college, well, watch in client because that doesn't really help me get any revenue at the end of the day. So, it's up to you guys. The choice is all yours, as we're going to hopefully have this game underway sooner rather than later. Let's see what's going on here. I don't know. It looks like the admins. I'm checking my Skype. It looks like the admins are trying to confirm whether or not they can actually remake. And hopefully we'll have an answer somewhat soon from these guys. How's everyone doing in the chat? Looks like Zenith are okay with a remake. I mean, this is the thing where you ask for a remake, you may as... By the time you ask for a remake and the admin say, hey, we got to pause and discuss whether you can remake, you may as well have just remade right away. So you either remake right away or you say no right away, because with the time wasted from discussing a remake, you may as well have just remade. But anyways, guys, we are going to have a remake. It looks like they did want to change one of their players. As said, guys, you should be able to find this game in Dota TV if you have one of the players. The spectators are on, and you guys can watch from in client. We're going to be not an actual repick. This is going to be an AP remake, so it'll be the same picks over and over again. Good guy Ice 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 allowing the remake. Let's hope Neolution Thailand will cover his midnight taxi surcharge. Those things are damn expensive, man. That's one thing I realized when I was back in Singapore, is that this country has gotten a whole lot more expensive. So I feel for him. Hopefully Zenith can walk away with some prize money in this tournament to account for it. Although I think actually it's some Steel Series gear up for grabs. This is sort of like a bit of a warm-up type tournament for the actual big tournaments coming up. You've got your GEST Dota 2, you've got your SEA League Season 2. All these events are coming up. And this is sort of just like a little warm-up. There's actually, I think the top prize is, as someone said, I think it's 5 headsets, then we've got keyboards as well as mouses for second and third. Am I getting any co-caster now? No, sir, I am not. I'm solo casting for now. There we go. First place is 5 Steel Series Siberia. Second is 5 Steel Series Apexes. And third is 5 Steel Series Sensei Roars. Alright. As said, guys, I mean, it's not the biggest surprises. I see people saying, hey, that's pathetic. But this tournament wasn't meant to be a top competitive team tournament. It wasn't meant to include teams like Orange, MUFC, and Zenith. But all these teams said, hey, let's just play this. This is good practice. It was never going to be the case where they were looking to make this a big, prestigious tournament. It was just, hey, these big teams wanted the actual practice. Zenith had been training and playing scrims for the last couple of weeks, and they said, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's try and play some Dota. Let's take on the likes of Orange, Mineski, MUFC, and here Neolution Thailand. And so we will get ourselves underway in just a second with another remake, unfortunately. Do apologize for the wait, guys. I'm just a caster here. I don't really know what's going on. Even if I wasn't just a caster, even if I wasn't admin, I probably wouldn't know what was going on anyways. What I do know is we're going to have some Dota 2 action coming up soon. As it will be an AP remake. Neolution over on the Dire side, they did change their players. Looks like they got rid of Toy, the stand-in coming from Awake. They replaced him with Intriso. This guy is their carry player. No surprise there. I was about to say, There was one name who I was missing. It's in Tree. So this is the Neolution Thailand carry player, and he's a pretty damn good one at that. He's going to be playing that lone druid, so we'll get ourselves underway now. It looks like no more remakes coming out. And what are these lanes going to be? We've got X-Freedom playing the Lycan, which sort of suggests we're going to be seeing a jungle Lycan. But jungle Lycan just so hard to pull off. It's not the most efficient or really fast farming kind of way of playing him. That's why when we saw LGD run him in the one G League match they won against IG, it was actually a safe lane solo. They got him the fast levels, got him the fast level 7, level 8, got him a fast Vlads, and then they just pushed down tower by tower, and it's just so hard to stop that push. Those Spirit Walls do so much damage. And so we'll now get ourselves underway, as both the two teams have picked up all their heroes, and this isn't a repick, guys, this isn't a P. We're now going to hop ourselves into this game here. So over on the Radiant side, it is Zenith. We have got Ice playing the Bounty Hunter. We've got Leshrac being played by Ice, the Malaysian Ice. We've got X-Freedom playing the Lycan. NWP, Yamate playing the Mag. And then finally XY playing the Chaos Knight. Over on the Dire side, it's the Neolution eSports Thailand team. We've got Noxum playing the Rubik. We've got KYT playing the Windrunner. We've got Bungsal Roti playing the Queen of Pain. Upper playing the Chen. And then finally the carry player, Intriso, handling that lone druid. That concludes our two teams here, as we'll see an early rotation towards bot lane there. Actually, looks like they do spot out the Rubik there. Noxum needs to be careful. Don't want to be getting caught out this early on. And overall, top lane, KYT cuts these down with the power shot. He's going to be looking to farm this small camp here. Can stand up here and just farm. Question is, did Bounty Hunter notice this? And that means Windrunner's going to be abandoning the offlane. It looks like we're not going to see anyone handle bottom lane. It'll be a tri-lane top, the solo mid Queen of Pain, and then Windrunner while farming this camp here. Bounty Hunter does spot him out, so they know what Windrunner's going to be doing. They see that their Bounty could just look to block this with an Observer Ward now if he really wants, although it would basically mean he's got to use this other Observer Ward. Actually, one being used here. Oh, he blocks both. He blocks both. That is cheeky. Now he's going to go back to lane. He's used up a lot of mana on those Shadow Walks. He's going to be looking to basically go behind, pull this creep wave down, or pull this creep wave down if possible, or from back here. But look, here we go. Sentry wards are going to be coming out. It looks like they may have noticed that there was some warding going on. Problem is now, if we don't really want, you can just stack this camp, pull it as well. So you block off these sort of gimmicky spots, but your standard pull camp is still available. Looks like Bounty Hunter, he will get this pull off, so they don't really contest this as well as they should, but it's hard to do so. You've got a Chen, not the best hero to have as far as contesting this creep skipping that we're seeing from the Bounty Hunter, and Bounty Hunter will be able to pull this back pretty standardly. Wave gets onto the tower. Ooh, can Chen actually pull this over here? Would love to pull this creep wave onto this big camp. Doesn't seem doing so. Chen actually decides to take that big creep. So far, pretty standard stuff. We'll get our creep stats up. That's what we want to see. Chaos Knight XY playing the carry role. So Yamate on the mid lane playing the mag. He's going for a fast bottle. Queen of Pain, not fast bottle, has got some extra stats there just to help with the early harass and last hitting. Although so far, not really pulling ahead at all like you'd hope to be doing up against a mag in this 1v1. Bounty Hunter. Ice taking a lot of damage. Hasn't gotten any XP. He will in just a second here, but he's used up a lot of tangos, a lot of mana as well here in the top lane. Bottom lane, you've got the pulls happening now from Ice. So both teams, well, basically not going to be looking to get super aggressive early on. The Dire team, Neolution, have got basically 4 heroes at the top lane, 1 at mid. Zenith have a more even spread. They've got 2 at bottom, 1 at mid, 1 at top, and 1 in the jungle. Well, I say, well, there's 4 at top, but some of these are, of course, in the jungle. But it feels like there's a lot of Neolution eSports heroes in their own jungle. Whereas for Zenith, they've got basically 2. 1 using pools and 1 just jungling, being a Lycan. That's going to be X-Freedom. He's gone for Quelling Blade, Stout Shield. And we'll be looking to get the early levels as fast as possible here. Mag at mid. Has got his early bottle. Looks like he's going to keep this courier nearby, knowing that he may need to go for some bottle crowing, especially if he doesn't get this 2-minute rune. Looks like Leshrac will camp the bottom rune at the 2 minutes, but for now, he knows that most likely he's going to have to start bottle crowing. He takes a scream here. Queen of Pain doing a lot of damage. Queen of Pain basically at this point going to make sure that he doesn't get the rune. Mag pops a bottle, sends it back. Leshrac scouted this bottom rune, so he knows it's top, and there's no way Mag can basically cut across this creep wave, run past Queen of Pain and get the rune. Queen of Pain has the sort of the better positioning, can zone him away from that rune, and we'll see Queen of Pain bring her own bottle and then look to get this rune. And Zenith can't even really deny it unless they send the Bounty Hunter. And it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing that Bounty Hunter. Needs to be careful here at top lane. Taking quite a bit of damage. Doesn't look like there's any more sentry wards or vision. They've de-warded this one here. And that looks like when all's said and done, Bounty Hunter Ice will get himself up to level 3 already. So he's looking okay here at the top lane. Has got the some XP, which is sort of all you really want as a bounty hunter. You can look to go poke around at mid lane later on. There's heaps of stuff you can do to just be annoying and effective with this time. And it looks like everything is okay on the streaming, and if it's not, guys, let me know. Unfortunately, right now, I'm streaming from my laptop while LD's using the streaming PC, so it's hard for me to check chat, as well as stuff like Skype, but hopefully everything's okay as far as the settings go. I'll definitely be checking it in between games as much as possible during the game, especially if we have pauses or anything like that. Right now, Winra is still just level 1, so it looks like there is an XP advantage there, going the way of Zenith. You've got two efficient junglers, Leshrac, who's level 3, Lycan, who's got up to level 3, and your offlane is getting XP at top lane. He's about to hit level 4, so basically all 5 heroes are getting some XP and farm. When you look at the heroes like Windrunner, who's not even level 2 yet, will be just about to hit it, but all in all, this Neolution side are falling behind as far as XP goes. Even the Chen, looking for an early gank, is still just seeing level 2, and all in all, Neolution eSports spending less time getting their heroes farm and XP, something which will bite them in the ass if they don't start getting some early kills, early towers, and just start getting aggressive early on. They're trying to do so at top lane, but it looks like all they might be able to get is a fast tier 1 tower. This Lone Druid is getting a lot of farm here, though. I mean, he's matching farm for farm with the Lone Druid. Sorry, what am I talking about with the Lone Druid? He's Lone Druid with the Chaos Knight, the free farming Chaos Knight bottom lane. But if you can get a fast tier 1 tower, we could be looking at a very fast Radiance. Queen of Pain at mid for the Died side. The Neolution side is farming well at the same time. So it's not really much separating the two teams in terms of gold. It'd be a much bigger difference if it wasn't for the Radiant supports. The Radiant supports are sort of basically helping Zenith out a lot here. There we go. Tier 1 tower to the Lone Druid. There's a Sentinel behind the tower from the Dire team, and this is going to be our first blood. They bring him down. Rubik actually gets the kills. That goes to Lone Druid. He gets a ton of farm. He's up to like 2k gold, but even Rubik getting is a nice little pick up here. And oh, mid. X-Freedom. Neolution eSports are going to be able to pick him off, it looks like. We'll need one more scream. He's just going to use it. Make sure he doesn't get juked. He's got this haste rune, and this is the problem with that Lycan jungler. He's often going to be low HP. He's going for a bottle here, and it's kills going the way of Neolution eSports early on. This is going to be a nice sort of 2k lead all of a sudden. Yeah, 2k almost ahead. 1 kill, 1 tower, and well, they're suddenly looking very, very good. Lone Druid up to 1700 gold. I can only imagine we'll want to rush a Radiance with this great start he's had. Upper Chen, he's just level 3. He needs to get a few more levels here. Get himself to level 5, level 6. Get that second creep up. Get your Arcane Boots. And also that Hand of Gold will be very, very useful. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you've got the CK continuing to farm. And CK Leshrac, it's this really strong, aggressive lane. The problem is they can't really contribute much unless they're killing this winner at bottom lane, which they just, well, they've done once, but it's not really enough for them right now. As we did miss that kill earlier on at the bottom lane. But right now, I mean, CK Leshrac, I feel this is where the CK Wisp is so powerful, because you can have a free farming CK. The problem with a free farming CK is if there's no one in your lane, you're not really making the most use of the hero. The hero is meant to get aggressive. He's really tanky. He's got a stun. He's got a sort of blink strike type skill. You want him to get in kills early on. And with the Wisp, it means even if you're in a free farm lane against no heroes, you can get kills, because Wisp basically flies him to another lane. With a CK Leshrac, you're stuck in your own lane. Unless you look to TP, can and gank another lane, which you can do, you're not really going to be achieving a whole lot. And here we go. Once again, top lane, the push is going to continue. Lone Druid with the Chen help. Bounty Hunter does get some of these creeps off the lane. If these creeps were still hitting the tower, this tier 1 tower would be going down a whole lot faster. But it looks like this tier 1 tower will go down regardless. Meanwhile, top rune. Queen of Pain gets a regen rune. We'll be looking for a kill here on Yamate. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to find it. Tier 1 tower goes down. Dire gets it, so it doesn't go the way of the Lone Druid, but either way, it's more gold to the Dire team. More farm going their way. Zenith now, it looks like finally getting ready to counter push here in the bottom lane. They do have to worry about top somewhat, as Lone Druid getting very, very farmed up there. XY with treads, 1k gold, and here we go. Tier 1 tower going to be attempted to push down. X-Freedom's here with the Lycan Wolves. He's up to level 5. We'll be trying to get a fast Vlads, I can imagine. He's got his bottle. Edict coming out from Leshrac. How many points? Only the 1 point in that. It does get glyphed off, and KYT just in the jungle here. Going to be throwing over some power shots as much as possible just to slow down this push, it seems. Although this tier 1 tower looks like inevitably will go down slowly. And Neolution, well, they get the 2 at top, and now they immediately swing mid. They'll trade this tier 1 tower bot if they can try and get this tier 1 mid, although this push coming a lot slower. And Mag, well, just has to hide in the trees. Level 4 shockwave, easily enough to get this creep wave down nice and low to help defend it. Another TP coming in. This one's from Ice. He's going to be looking to make sure this tier 1 mid does get defended. As Queen of Pain treads Null Talisman. Cheap, cost-effective items. And Chen, well, he's just level 3 still. He's only got the 1 creep, so not too convinced about this Chen looking to be basically this aggressive in pushing this early on. I mean, it's XP. Whoa, 4k XP the way of Zenith. They're behind. They're hardly even behind on gold anymore. And the XP is heavily in their favor, so any team fight they're going to have a big advantage on. Having a level 7 mag, your support's up to level 5, Bounty's level 5, and Chaos Knight with a ton of levels going his way. Whereas the Dire team, under-leveled Rubik, under-leveled Chen. Oh man, I like this Rubik. He's got the new gear. He's looking pretty sweet. The new Rubik swag. I feel like Neolution's like, hey, let's just pick this hero because we've got these new hats. Noxism finds an Invis rune at bottom. And it's still Lone Druid trying to get that farm up. He's starting to slow down. That's really the big thing here. You push down those fast tier 2 towers, and suddenly you can't farm as safely there. You have to really put yourself in harm's way if you're going to farm this far out in lane. So he maybe has to go back to his own jungle like we're seeing here. Or he swung mid earlier on. As we do see Bounty Hunter come mid, and Bounty's up to level 6. So now we get the track gold coming into play. If Zenith start getting kills, well, that gold is going to go quickly in their favor. As Bounty is going to be looking for this Chen creep here. Ooh, it got to 1 HP. Chen could have almost got deny off on it, but doesn't happen. Bounty level 6, getting close to that level 7 now, and it looks like, well, Neolution, they need to be careful. Level 6 now on most of these heroes. Lycan as well hits himself up to level 6. We'll see if Vlad's coming out on him, I imagine, fairly soon. XY with that. He's going to be going for that armlet on his CK. And Lycan, no, still needs a bit of a way to go to that Vlad's. XY at top. He's almost got that armlet though. Has the Helm of Iron Will, has 1200 gold on top of it. So he's about 300-400 away from a completed armlet. KYT at bottom, the winner needs to get some more XP and farm. Needs that level 7 for the maxed out power shot to help defend and do some decent team fight damage. Queen of Pain just level 8, and we'll see Yamate looking for that Blink Dagger. Once he's got that, that's where you can see Zenith really looking to start taking some team fights. That's top lane, Lone Druid. How's his farm coming along? He would have loved to have gone. If he got that first blood and timed that last hit on the tier 2 tower, he'd have his relic by now. And we're just 9 minutes in. This is with Tranquil Boots, but even without it, he's still looking very, very far. And the problem is his team's somewhat behind. Even the Queen of Pain is actually fallen behind the mag in terms of farm now. So all in all, things not going as great as they could be for the Neolution side, but they're still looking okay. They've got Windrunner basically on par with the Bounty Hunter in terms of farm. Bounty Hunter with slightly more XP. I think overall that's really the big issue here, is that Zenith just have a slight XP lead. Here's like Chen, who you want to have that level 6 Hand of God on right now, just don't have it. Chen now up to level 5 though at least. Lone Druid, 3.3k gold, needs to keep that farm up. Got to keep going towards that Relic and Relic Radiances. Oh, here we go. Zenith, I think they realize how big of a threat this Lone Druid could be. And it's not so much they're worried about losing to his ranks. It's more like, hey, if we can kill him now a couple of times, well, this is going to suddenly become a much easier game. Well, a bit of an awkward gank there. The skewer went a very, very short range, but mostly you just need that skewer for the damage. It gives you an extra, what, 200 something damage? 210 damage. The main purpose. So it's more... If we kill Lone Druid 2-3 times in the next, well, 5 minutes, and slow down his Radiance by about 5 minutes, Zenith probably won this game. If they don't, well, I don't think they're worried about losing to an overly farmed Lone Druid. It's just this will make life easier for him. Slow down the Radiance, and then what did Neolution actually have in the mid game? They've got a Queen of Pain, who's, I mean, level 8 only. And not looking ridiculously farmed. He's starting towards a BKB. You've got Winra, who's just hit he's level 6. He's getting close to that level 7, but not with a ton of farm. He's going to be building, I imagine, towards something like a mech. Although we have got a Chen. It will be Chen going towards the mech, so maybe Winra just going to look to rush a 4-staff. Not going to be seeing Arcane Boots with the early Tranquil Boots pick up, but a couple different options we could see coming out there. But Zenith right now have managed to get themselves a decent footing in this game. They had the slightly poor start with the top two towers going down quickly. First blood being given up as well on the Bounty Hunter, but right now things are looking much, much better for him. Lone Druid's back top. Oh, man, not again. This could be bad for him. CK Bounty. Whoop. They decide against it. Too close to the tower. And these two heroes, well, they haven't got a huge amount of damage output on their own. Last time it took 3 heroes as well as an RP to kill them off. And being this close to a tier 1 tower, you'd see some TP coming in, I imagine. Queen of Pain has one, as do others. Leshrac just camping near this mid lane. Trying to make sure he's there if anything is going to be happening and he's needed. Queen of Pain finds a DD rune, and, well, things settling down for the time being. Unfortunately for Lone Druid, that's not a good thing. His settling down is him getting less and less farm, because there's heroes at top putting him under pressure. CK, Armlet is up. 83 creep kills, and this is where you look at the last hits and suddenly you're like, well, Zenith are actually perfectly fine. And you think about where they were 5 minutes ago when they had that really bad start. But suddenly they've got the 3 leading CS. They've got the 3 CS leaders. They've got a big XP jump as well in their favor, almost up to 5k XP lead. And they're looking pretty honkadory. Just need to get this get themselves these tier 1 towers at mid as well as top. We'll try and find them. Oh, blink skewer. They found Chen. That's the blink dagger they were looking at. And this will be the end of Chen. Even pops a hand of God, so that's an ultimate on the sidelines, which didn't really need to be used there. Winner going to be keeping in Queen of Pain as well. The DD and knocks him, taking a lot of damage here. Will get brought back by the CK reality. It brings him down. There's that armlet now being up on XY is a big little pickup here. Looks like RP actually just got wasted by Yamate, but they pick up the Queen of Pain regardless. With some chain stuns and 3 heroes on the sidelines. This will be your tier 1. Vlad's now up for the plus arm. You've got the Spirit Wolves, or the Summon Wolves, whatever they may be, on the playing field as well. So doing quite a bit of decent damage here. Lone Druid will have his Relic up, but this is 13 minutes, so this Radiance has been slowing down to maybe 16 minutes in. Ouch, XY. Careful, son. Careful, careful. Taking a lot of damage there at the mid lane. And Zenith, well, they decide to back off for the time being. They realize they've got themselves a good fight. They got themselves a tower. Back off, heal. They're not really ready to take another fight here, especially with the Mag ulti on cooldown. But more than anything, they were just all a bit low on HP and mana. They don't really have the items to sustain themselves. They now pick up the Urn on the Leshrac, so next time they'll have a bit of heals going their way. They've got the Arcane Boots on the Mag. But other than that, they kind of need to back off there. Maybe start looking for this tier 1 top, or at least look to maybe have someone solo pushing it while 4 other heroes go for a bit of a fight. Lone Druid now in the mid lane, so trying to bring down this tier 1 tower. I'll give him a nice little gold boost. Help get him on his way to that Radiance. Oh, cheeky little deny. Queen of Pain says, I'll take your wolf, but the wolf says, I'll take your regen rune. Zenith now. Easy. This is just, at this point, defending towers comes easy for them. The two towers at top lane, they only had a bounty hunter there. There wasn't much they could do. But now that Neolution have swung mid, it's Mag's just like, well, level 4 Shockwave, no problem at all. Lightning Storm from the Leshrac also maxed out. So they've got 2 great long-range AoE spamming spells, which will really help them against this push. Queen of Pain deciding to swing towards the bottom lane now as well. Maybe start pressuring this tier 1, but not really much to be said and done there. Mag going to TP, and Mag building towards a mech here. So we'll see that utility item there. Then we'll have your mech, we have your Urn, you've got your Vlads, and this push coming out from Zenith is going to be pretty scary and hard to stop. CK with a ton of farm now. He's up to level 11, so all in all, Neolution talent have got to start being a bit worried. They've got to get a strong 5-man composition of their own, which they're starting to do with the mech up on Windrunner. Radiance coming soon, I guess. Lone Druid, man, you've got to have that up soon. No boots on his bear. He's really cutting as many corners as possible to get that Radiance up, and that's really the big thing here. Right now, this team fight composition for the Dire team is just not quite exactly where you'd want it to be. Chen is going to have that level 7 to get his 3rd creep. We'll see Rubik. Actually, he's level 6, so if we can see some RP skills coming out from this Rubik, then you've got your nice counter team fight. Queen of Pain up to level 9 is getting closer and closer to a BKB. Still needs a Mithril Hammer, but all in all, Neolution going to be relying a whole lot on basically every spell landing in a team fight. They need Rubik to steal an RP, or at least something nice. Like an AoE, if you can steal a Split Earth and hit a couple heroes with it, it's also a nice little pickup. But all in all, it's not going to be easy to do so. Oh, Bunksel. He dodges the Split Earth, gets the kill with the Sonic Wave, but Mag was there with an RP. If that RP comes like half a second sooner, he doesn't even get off that Sonic Wave as well. Meanwhile, top lane, Chen going to pop the heal. He's trying to keep Nox him alive. We'll actually save him with the test to face Chaos Knight. Don't armlet toggle with those creeps on you. Almost takes a fall, actually. Needs to time that well, and it looks like he's going to be okay here. Bounty Hunter now coming in from the side. He's got Empower on him. Looking for a pickoff, maybe finds the Windrunner. But use that namesake spell of yours. Has got the Windrunner up, so not going to see a fall. This Bounty Hunter going to now swing around from the side. Chaos Knight, well, he's really low. He's got to back off, maybe farm, maybe look for a bit of a heal up right now. Although he is getting some passive HP regen, so may not be too worried about it. As this top tier 1 tower seemed to be that it was the target coming out from Zenith, but right now they're just like, well, a bit low, not really ready to do so. They've got Bounty Hunter as well as Mag up there. They've got RP on cooldown, so they're probably thinking now's not really the time to push. Even with this mech up now on the Mag, he's also got level 2 RP the next time they fight with that up. Level 8 now on the Windrunner. Chen's still level 6, and Rubik, he's got his level 6, but as I was saying, I mean, this Dire side, they need basically all their big spells to land in a team fight, whereas the Radiant team, if they hit a Split Earth or don't, it's not going to decide the fight on its own, but whether or not Rubik steals an RP, or something like a Split Earth, could be a deciding factor. Whether or not these Chen creeps have some big involvement, could be a deciding factor. Same for the Sonic Wave, we need to see hitting 3-4 heroes, need these Shackle Shots to land. The Radiant team, they just need to hit a decent RP, Chaos Knight's more of a single target hero, so he's going to be getting kills or having a big impact regardless. He's not relying on and sort of landing his spells. All he has to do is a target who he can kill, like a Rubik, like a Chen, and then go to town on him. Same for the Lycan. Single target DPS. And it's going to be a lot easier for Zenith to pull off a teamfight, whereas Neolution eSports, theirs is much more land your spells or lose the fight. And right now, well, they're just deciding not to fight. They're looking to get a bit more farm, a bit more levels, realizing that when they fight, it's going to be so important that they do so at basically their peak condition. Although right now the problem is they're giving up towers as a result. They lose a tier 2 at bottom. They're also losing top towers now as well, as the tier 2 push is coming. 2 towers going the way of Zenith in quick succession. And this lead of theirs is getting bigger and bigger. Up to about 7, 8k gold, and even bigger on the XP front. Queen of Pain blinking away from the Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight going charging in. He's looking for Noxus, and we'll find him. Looks like Lycan is there with the minus armor. Reality Rift comes in, level 4 stun. 4 second stun is what I meant. And top lane. Zenith looking to get aggressive there as well. Mag. Blink RP just on a winner. We'll see a Split Earth to follow it up. Oh, he misses it. With a little help from his friend, the Mag. Sonic Wave gets blown as well. Now going to go blinking and looking for Ice here. Problem is Ice gets mech'd up by the Mag. You see a Shockwave turn around. Ice should be able to survive this. Yes, he does. He TP's out just in time. Now Ice is on the run. He's got TP throttle of his own. Looks like he's not going to need to use it. Meanwhile, Tier 2 mid being brought down. So Zenith, not really the ideal fight of theirs. Not even the ideal pick-off. I mean, just needed a Split Earth to land, but the Skewer slightly messed that one up. Normally you'd think the 2 players, I mean, it's the 2 Malaysians as well who've been playing together for so long, would get that one perfectly. Yamate and his old teammate, his old buddy Ice. The 2 from Johor Bahru, but didn't quite manage to make the most of it there. But right now we'll see Zenith mid. They pick up the Chen. They also take down the Spirit Bear. Immediately resummons it. He's got that Radiance up now. Puts the boots on his bear as well. Problem is at this point his bear is very, very squishy. Well, I mean, at most points of the game, the bear can be quite squishy if you just send it in. Have it tanking up damage. Medallions there as well to help bring it down. There's your Necrobook coming out on the Lycan. Level 1 just for the time being. But it looks like Zenith are just looking to push. Take this game as a... Basically, well, they've taken down all the ad towers except the 1 tier 2 at top. So the early game aggression from Neolution eSports hasn't really... They haven't really transitioned well into the mid to late game. That's really the big issue here. They got this early game little boost, but they didn't really use it to great effect. They didn't get the Radiance up as fast as they could have. They had Winrunner kind of struggling XP-wise, and Chen was really, to me, one of the big heroes who just didn't get XP off farm. Rubik as well. Rubik and Chen just got 2 under level compared to Zenith, who had Leshrac getting decent farm and XP. You see it right now. Leshrac's level 9. Lycan level 12 as well. These were sort of jungling heroes. Heroes that weren't being played as sort of core heroes, but right now they're looking pretty damn spiffy. Neolution going to kind of go... I mean, this looks like almost like a desperation push at times. They've got a lot of heroes grouped up here, but there's going to be a real big struggle for them to take a fight here. Zenith do get shackled here at mid lane. 2 heroes brought together, and there's an RP. Catches out just the lone druid again. I'm not too sure about these RPs coming up from Yamate. As there's actually a skewer stolen from Rook. He's going to go skewing in. CK finishes off the lone druid, though, with a Reality. If his goes Illusion's now coming to play, and Noxism. That skewer into the middle of things. Probably not the ideal place to be going in. Now Lycan, he's on the chase. He's going to bring down Chen. Upper has no chance of surviving this, it looks like. One more crit coming out from a DD Lycan doing some big serious damage. Queen of Pain on the run. Queen of Pain did finish off the Leshrac in that fight. Was that Leshrac gem? No, it's the Chen's gem. Looks like Upper bought the gem. But Queen of Pain now handling the gem. Just to help deal with Ice on the Bounty Hunter. But end of the day, it's a Leshrac pick off and they lose 3 in return. Lone Druid included, so not really an ideal fight for them. We've got Mag starting his Refresher Orb. We've got Lycan who's going to be looking at a level 2, level 3 Necrobook fairly soon. And here's the Roshan down. Chaos Knight with BKB Armlet Treads and another big item. I mean, you can only imagine coming soon. Be it Manta Style, Heart of Tarask, whatever he's considering. It's not going to be taking too long now. And this is only 21 minutes in, and CK with a ton of farm. Nice at the bottom lane, getting some farm for himself. And this is your hard support Leshrac, who's level 9. Did die in that fight. It'd be even higher level with even more farm if it wasn't for that. But he's getting himself some decent CS and farm at the same time. It's actually Bounty Hunter with the lowest CS on this Radiant team, but he's been getting track gold. He's only died once as well. 0, 1, and 7 is Queen of Pain. Careful. Bounty Hunter looking for a track, and this is the problem. There's the gem up. They know where he is. This could be the end for Ice. He hasn't got a BKB. He's going to see that there's a gem there. His enemy sun's coming in. Telekinesis just in time. Shackle going to be coming as well. Ice takes a fall. Winner at Power Shot finishes off the kill. And Ice is going to be like, that's some serious hate, man. Gem this early on for a Bounty Hunter who's not really doing a whole lot. Queen of Pain Caught out at top. We're going to need to see some nice burst damage. There's plenty of it. Blink, Skewer, Shockwave as they bring him down. And there's a gem. They just kill it. Don't even want to have anything to do with it. They could have maybe used it for some dewarding here. Pass it over to one of the supports. But neither hero with much space for it. So they're just going to destroy it and now look for this tier 2. Mag, RP back up, and CK, well, he goes Illusion, his Phantasm in 10 seconds time, so even with just 2 heroes top, like a 2v3, they're still going to try and push. Now Leshrac joins him, now X-Freedom joins him. He's got himself a Necrobook too. This push is going to get harder and harder to stop very quickly. And once we're looking at level 3 Necrobook, that's where they can look to break through in the high ground. And by then, Yamate, he's very close to his Refresher Orb, to having that double ulti. But right now, I think they're happy to just take this top lane. Bounty Hunter's respawned. He's actually going bottom, so I think we'll maybe see a TP bottom. Yep, there's your TP. Bounty Hunter's coming in as well. Actually, no, it's just Bounty Hunter TPing. I thought it was actually one of his teammates TPing in top lane. This is where the real action's happening. This is where the push is going on. Necrobooks, CK Illusions, everything looking to be blown here. Chen actually going to get brought down with like 2 swift strikes coming up from Chaos Knight. They move on to Queen of Pain. 4-second stun brings him down. XY, well, he's just too damn massive right now. Tier 3 tower takes a fall. Narax is now exposed. XY looking for another Reality Rip. Almost gets Noxum. Earns himself up, but immediately cancelled. It looks like Blink RP onto the Windrunner. And his Skewer coming out. Looks like he's not going to find it. Noxum, what are you doing, man? Caught out in no man's land. He gets brought down. Raxus take a fall. Lone Druid does bring down a tier 1 bottom, but, well, tier 1 bottom for Raxus does not sound like a favourable trade to me. Yamate gets shackled up now. Is there enough damage to bring him down? Doesn't look like it. Skewer out. X-Ray trying to do some baiting here, saying, come at me, guys. I've got his armlet toggle. He's also got a BKB if he wants to use it. He could just look to turn this one around. I'll have to wait and see if he looks to use that armlet. There we go. Armlet comes out shackled. This is the death of him. We don't see the BKB being used, but this is why he's got an Aegis now, so he's going to respawn and maybe look to pop it. Does he BKB TP or does he look to fight this? Now he can TP. He's going to TP out. He's been entangled once. Is there a second entangled? No, sorry. Just the one entangle. As soon as he got entangled, he TP'd. Knowing it would be slightly longer before that second entangle proc. Smart play coming out from CK, and they get Rax as they walk away, and, well, with minimal losses. 7-0-4 on XY's CK. And now we're up to about almost a 20k gold lead going the way of Zenith. Things looking very, very good for this Radiant team. Noxum, he's found himself an Invis rune, now going to venture towards the mid lane. Luckily, well, lucky for him, they didn't steal that gem, but there is a Necrobook 3. If they cast this, well, they suddenly have vision, so he needs to be very careful about that. CK, Manta Style is up in 100 gold. Jesus Christ, this is a farm CK. And he's going to hit level 16. He's going to be 16 with Manta, BKB, Armlet, and Treads at about 25 minutes in. A huge, ridiculous amount of farm coming his way. Whoa, big Ancient stack there. That looks pretty juicy for this Radiant team. They drop themselves an Observer Ward here, waiting on the high ground, and, well, now the push is on. Bottom lane they go, and there's your Manta Style for CK. Bring it out, XY, and that he does. Got Bounty Hunter. Tracks up, well, tracks up 2 actually. Gets both Lone Druid as well as the Rubik. Now they go to steal this big stack here. Empower. It's going to help cleave through all this. Plenty of damage going the way of the CK. He just got his Manta Style and he's already farmed 600 gold from that big Ancient stack now. And these bottom racks are just going to melt. You've got your Phantasm, you've got your Manta Style, level 16 on the Chaos Knight. I don't see, they just don't have the AoE. I mean, you've got, what, Fade Bolt, Queen of Pain, Windrunner, Power Shot. That's a lot of AoE, but these CK Illusions are tough cookies. All you have to do is time when you send them in. Basically, after some spam gets used, send in the CK. Shackle Shot. Ooh, he's just looking for any opening he could find. Manta Style still not quite arrived just yet. It looks like some more items being picked up. It's going to be Mag's Refresher. Mag's Refresher is coming out. As is the CK Manta Style. So 2 big pickups here for Zenith. And they're about to team fight. They took the last Rexes with ease. This can only be even easier when you look at Manta Style being picked up, as well as having that refresh roll. Yamate hasn't been having some very good RP so far in this game, but well, when you've got 2 to basically throw around in a team fight, it's not going to matter either way. Illusion's going to work on the town. Necrobook 3 coming out from X-Freedom. You've got the Howl damage. You've got all this plus damage coming out as well on all these Radiant. Summons, Illusions. Everything going their way. There's just nothing to stop this push. Neolution time. They haven't even lost a hero yet, but their Rax has just melted so fast. Sonic Wave going to come out. No, it doesn't even take out the Illusions completely. And now the Spirit Bed drops. Lone Druid can resummon it, but he's in all sorts of trouble. He gets brought down. There's a nice RP from Yamate. Pops it off perfectly. Double RP comes out as well. Actually, RP stolen from Rubik, not a double RP. That was just Rubik stealing it. And that looks like that's going to be GG. There's not really anything that, at this point, Neolution Talent can do to get back in this game. 2 sets of racks is down, and even after... Basically, it was GG when they lost that first set of racks. They had to be able to defend it. They needed to basically make more of that early game lead of theirs, and this is going to be Zenith cruising towards a 27-28 minute victory. Not a bad showing from them. They've been sort of spending some time in secret training, according to Winter. They spent the last 2 or so weeks just practicing with this new roster. I say new roster. They've had Yamate as well as Ice joined their team some time ago, but they were, I think, somewhat disappointed with their results. They got 3-0'd by Zenith in the SEA League Grand Finals. It was the best of 5 SEA League Grand Finals between Zenith and Orange 3-0'd Zenith. So I think after that, Zenith like, okay, we need to spend some time practicing, scrimming, training, get used to our rules, get used to that. Basically, the main big issue was the drafts. The drafts in that series were absolutely terrible. Ice admitted himself the drafts just weren't really there. They didn't work for us. They lost to Orange in the drafting stage, so they spent some time figuring out what works for them here, and that's what we're seeing here. Their lineup come to fruition. This is a slightly easier opponent than Orange eSports in Neolution Thailand, but it's a good showing nonetheless, and it's a showing of what's more to come. We'll have to see how Zenith do up against Orange eSports later on in the tournament if they advance far enough, as well as MUFC, Winter's new team, who actually defeated Orange eSports not long ago. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not those 2 teams can be taken down by Zenith as well. Those are kind of your big 3 here in our Dotatalk League. You've got Orange, Zenith, as well as MUFC. It's always the big 3 in Southeast Asia. It feels like nothing changes in Southeast Asia. You have these 3 big teams, Orange, Zenith, MUFC. They shuffle around their players every 3 or 4 months, like a couple players leave MUFC and join Orange. You had a Hayo as well as Net go to Orange. Then you have Winter go over to MUFC. You also have TFG come back to MUFC. It seems like this big cycle of players there. Then you have Yamate as well as Ice, the former Orange players, go to Zenith. So these 3 teams, they feel very incestuous. They like to shuffle around their players a lot. They like to just sort of look to find what works for them. But right now, things are looking good for Zenith. Things are working out pretty well, guys. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. You can keep on following me. I'm going to be streaming the rest of the Zenith games from the Dotatalk League as we keep on going through the group stage here. You can check out the Beyond the Summit 1 channel. LD is streaming with Merlini. He's casting the Orange eSports games, and then there's other streams as well. Check out the Reddit post with all the different streamers, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks everyone for supporting Beyond the Summit, and we'll be back soon with the next match of Team Zenith up against someone. I don't really know who. They versus Mineski. Mineski versus Zenith is our 3rd match of the day, but I can't remember who their 2nd match is, guys. I'll quickly try and find out what it is, but thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon with more live Dota 2 action.